Hey everyone, Brian here with Sound Yeti. I'm really excited today to walk you through the Revelation Scoring Grand piano library. So this is a brand new library. Hopefully you've seen the presets in the installation video already and you're up and running. But if you have any more questions about how the interface works, you're in the right spot. So let's get started. Right here we have the piano controls here as well as the global controls. And down here we have the controls for the three different sound design layers, layer A, B, and C. And then down here, if you want to reset the piano sounds at any time, or the layers there, any of the controls that you've tweaked, if you want to reset them, just hit that to reset the piano layer, hit that to reset the three sound design layers to default. And then over here we also have a randomization option, allowing you to randomize the samples of the sound design layers. So there's layer A, it's now been randomized, B, C, and then you can randomize them all. And now they're all totally random. So if you want some inspiration for new sounds, just hit those randomize buttons and you'll get a new set of sounds instantly. So let's go up here. I'm going to solo the piano layer just by clicking this S there. You'll notice we have 4 different mic positions for the piano, as well as a sensitivity, tone, the delay and reverb controls, and over here is the character, and I'll explain that in just a bit. So let's check out the different mic positions over here. I'm going to listen to them all individually to start and then maybe blend some together. Also, it's going to be very dry at first, so you might see me blending in the reverb over here. If you click on the far right here as well, you'll also be able to control the decay of those samples. So let's go here to the sensitivity. If you want the full dynamic range of the piano, just keep that sensitivity turned down so that when you lightly press the keys, you'll get a nice warm tone. The tone knob over here, a good place to leave it is right in the middle. Turning it all the way down will get you a very more warm, muted sound, and then turning it up will get you a more sharp, more shrill sound. And then finally we have the amount of delay and the amount of reverb there for the piano layer. And over here is the character. This will add felt noise, pedal noise, and mechanical release. This will add a little bit more texture to those sounds. So I'm going to kind of blend some mics together, add a little bit of reverb, little bit of delay, and then add these in for character. Let's see how this sounds. So let's go to the sound design layers now. Layer A, B, and C. I've loaded up a preset just so that I have a curated set of sounds here for demonstration purposes. You'll notice that we have similar controls here: volume, chance, delay, and reverb. Now what the chance control does, you may have noticed it up here. So when we move that global chance control, you see how they correspond and move as well. So let's say layer A is very abrasive and you don't want that to trigger all the time, but you just want it in maybe 10% of the time when you play the keys. So lowering that chance there, lower it to 10%. Now if you play 100 keys, this sound will only trigger 10% of the time. It will only trigger 10 times. So that's something to keep in mind when you are designing sounds. So to load up a new sound for any of the layers, just click this here and it will open up the browser. Now we have them categorized by bode, breath, particles, synth complex, and synth simple. So I'm just going to load up, let's go to a bode sound and do bode glass. Now I'll explain the different features here. The ADSR is pretty self-explanatory, but what we've done this time is you will actually be able to see graphical feedback for all of the controls, so you'll see exactly how that's going to play out right there. Now the EQ is also a 4-band graphic EQ here. If you want to change the width of any of these curves here, if you're on PC, you're going to alt click. If you're on Mac, you're going to command click. So right now, if I alt click right there on the actual point, it will change the width there. Then we go to the LFO panel here, typical LFO, but again, we get our nice feedback here, the image. As you change the intensity, you'll see it correspond there. So we can do this either in FreeSync. Right now it's in Hertz. If you click this, it will go to tempo sync mode. So now we can do 8th notes, 16th notes, triplets, dotted notes, all that kind of stuff. All you have to do is click the speed there and it will change. Something also nice with the LFO is this re-trigger option here. So I've clicked that and you see this slider there. If you want the LFO effect to come in immediately, have that all the way down to the left. If I turn it up all the way, you'll notice that first we get the sound and then we get the LFO slowly fading in over a period of time. So there are just some little cool things to do with the LFO, as well as just your kind of typical stuff. You can have it control volume, panning width, filters, all kinds of stuff here. So finally, I'm going to explain the effects panel there. You'll notice, again, as I've been doing this, we have delay and reverb controls for all of these different layers. Now, if we click the effects panel right down here, normally if you want to get back to the page, just hit that cogwheel. It will show you those layers again. But we're going to go to the effects panel here, and now you'll notice we have delay A, delay B, and the reverb. So for any of these layers, if we go here and click on the delay, it will change from delay A to delay B. So there are two separate delays you can send any of these layers to, as well as the reverb. So here you get to choose the type of reverb as well as the size and the different filters there. So definitely don't miss that. There are a lot of things. For instance, if you highlight over it, you'll notice there's a little square there. That means that you can click on these controls and it will open up a little submenu there. So keep that in mind. Now I'm just going to load up something and design some patches from scratch. So let's see what we can come up with. So let's go in. That was a really nice, kind of warm sound we'd made. Nice long decay, very relaxing, very warm. The piano adds that really nice ambience to it, and then the pads, they all come together to form a nice harmony. So let's go in and create something a bit more abrasive. So I'm going to go back, solo my piano. I'm going to eliminate the sub and kind of... There we have, a sharp attack, nice detailed, kind of up close piano sound. I'm going to turn these off. You can get that super dry too with the reverb. Okay, so let's go there, turn the tone up maybe. There we go. So that will kind of just be a very sharp sound there. And let's go to the different layers. Let's go to Synth Simple and select Big Analog. Now, go to my ADSR because the attack is very slow there. Let's solo this real quick. Okay, so now we have that really kind of sharp sound as well, just, very quick attack and quick release and a little bit of delay there. Now let's combine that with the piano. So let's utilize my sustain pedal now. Utilize my sustain pedal. I'm stepping on the sustain pedal. So there we go, 2 quick patches made from scratch, not using any of the presets. And this one was only using 2 of the layers, piano and layer A. Again, holding down the sustain pedal, getting that really long kind of swells with the big analog sound there and the delay. Really, really cool stuff. So just quick example. Again, we have the presets video for you guys as well to hear the variety, but this hopefully shows you a bit more of the depth of control and the different controls, what they do, why they do what they do, and how you can create your own sounds and really be creative and dive into this instead of just using presets. They might be a good starting point, and we designed them to sound very well, but what I really want you to do is dive in and create your own textures, your own sounds, your own ambiances, because there's a treasure trove here. Really excited to share this with you today. Revelation Scoring Grand from Sound Yeti. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thank you.